Hello, everyone. Welcome to Space Arena Ground Arena, where we cover Star Wars Unlimited from the ground up into space. I'm BananaCrapshoot, and this is how to play Star Wars Unlimited in 5 minutes or less. I'm using the Late Night Gaming TTS mod to facilitate this. So, Star Wars Unlimited is a game where two players are going to sit down with the goal of destroying their opponent's base. So, I have Darth Vader as my leader. So, each deck, you need a 50 card deck, minimum of 50 cards, maximum 3 copies of any card. You need a leader who's double sided. They have a front passive undeployed side, and then they have an epic action like Darth Vader, who on 7 resources under your control, you can deploy him. He deploys ready, and he's a unit that you can then use. And then you have my base. My base is command center, which has 30 health. So my opponent's trying to destroy my 30 health base. I'm trying to destroy their 30 health base. Your deck will have in it units, events, and upgrades. Units are cards played to the field that attack. The red number is the power, and the blue number is the health. When your health reaches 0, the card is discarded. To play a card, you put cards from your hand. So at the beginning of the game setup, you draw 6 cards. You can mulligan. It's a full mulligan. Put the 6 back in your deck, reshuffle. And then you place 2 cards, and you put them face down as resources. Then the game starts when both players have done this. There's a roll-off. Whoever wins the roll-off takes the initiative. And having the initiative at the beginning of the round means you go first. Then the game goes in the action phase. The way Star Wars Unlimited works is a shared round structure where I take an action and then you take an action, and we alternate actions back and forth until both players pass. One player claims the initiative and the other player passes. If you claim the initiative, that means you're going to go first next round, but it means you are doing nothing else for the rest of this current round. Play unit. If I want to play this Death Star Stormtrooper, I will play it in the arena. All units go into play exhausted, and I will exhaust the resource to pay for that cost. Star Wars Unlimited is attacker initiative, where if I attack with a unit, I choose if I want to attack one of your units or your base. Another thing that makes Star Wars Unlimited quite unique is there are 2 lanes. So there is a ground arena and a space arena. When you look at the card at the top left is the cost, and then it tells you it's a card type, which is a unit, and then it tells you ground, which means that card is played in the ground arena. If we look at the TIE Fighter, it's a 1-cost unit that plays into space. Also, you have events. Events are cards that are played for one-time use, and then they are put in the discard pile. You resolve their effects immediately. And then you have upgrades, which are played onto units to modify them and make them stronger. Darth Vader's lightsaber gives +3 health and +1 power, and has a bonus effect when played on Darth Vader. There's also shield token upgrades, which can be given by card effects, and some units come into play with shields. Shields absorb 1 whole packet of damage. It doesn't matter if it's 1 damage or 100. It absorbs that 1 packet and then is discarded. And experience tokens are +1/+1 counters from other games. It gives +1 power and +1 health. Like I said, when a unit reaches 0 health, it is discarded. So that's Star Wars Unlimited in a nutshell. We have 2 players sitting across from each other, each with a leader, a base, and a 50 card deck full of units, events, and upgrades, and we go back and forth taking actions until one of our bases is defeated. At the end of the action phase, we go to the regroup phase. The regroup phase, you draw 2 cards. This is a 2 card per turn system. You pick 1 card. You don't have to, but you may take 1 card and place it as a resource. This is exhausted from playing the Stormtrooper. Resources come into play exhausted. Sometimes card effects could change that. The only time resources normally do not come into play exhausted is during setup, when both resources that you initially start with are played ready. So we drew 2 cards. We put 1 face down as a resource. Then we ready everything, and the person with the initiative will start the next round. And we go back and forth taking actions again until one of our bases is defeated. And that is how to play Star Wars Unlimited